Hi, this is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV with your Fade the Public NFL video for Week 3 of the NFL, Sunday, September the 26th. I'm going to give you the most public sides in the NFL, 4 of them for this Sunday. I'm going to let you know which way the public is leaning, which games are heavy on one side, and which games you're going to probably lose some line value because of it. Those top 4 public plays for this Sunday, September the 26th, Week 3 of the NFL, coming up here in just a moment. Quick reminder, if you want my official best bets for Saturday college football, a huge card for Saturday college football, also Sunday NFL football, 4 best bets on Saturday in college football, 3 to 4 best bets for Sunday are planned as well. Then go to my page right now, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, shortcut code WT.buzz/SM. And while you're there, you can get a daily package or you can save big with the direct subscription. And I've got a special promo code for you. You know, many of you missed out last weekend. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, college and pro football went 7-2, 78%. I gave you that 1 week special. Well, if you missed it, shame on you. If you took advantage, congratulations. You get to do it again if you'd like. Same promo code, Merril79, Merril, 2 R's, 1 L. Merril79 gets you a 7 full days and nights of college football, pro football, and my number 1 ranked MLB totals, Major League Baseball as well. The next 7 days and nights, whenever you sign up, whether it be Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, get 7 full days of night, all sports, for just $79 with promo code Merril79 right now, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. Hey, let's get to the most public plays in the NFL this week. I'm going to give you 4 of them. However, one of them is very public. In fact, I'd say this is probably the most public side I've seen so far the first 3 weeks of the NFL season. So let's see how it fares. And that is the Arizona Cardinals at Jacksonville. Not a surprise. Cardinals off to a solid start this season. Perfect 2-0. Jacksonville off to a miserable 0-2 start. Of course, they lost outright. Got blown out as a road favorite. You know, I always talk about how Week 1 doesn't always correlate to the rest of the season. I think when we look back a couple of months from now, we're going to say, how was Jacksonville laying more than a field goal on the road against anybody? Of course, that was at Houston back in Week 1. They lost 37-21. They were down by even more in the third quarter before Houston kind of took their foot off the gas. And then last week at home against a decent Denver team, Jacksonville failed to cover again, lost outright by 10, 23-13 as a 6-point home dog. They do remain home now for a second straight week. Arizona, though, might be in a bad scheduling spot. In fact, they are in a bad scheduling spot. It's that obvious. First, they're coming off a big blowout win at Tennessee in Week 1. They were a 2.5-point dog, won outright by 25. And then a big home game last week against the Vikings, back and forth, 34-33. They escape with the 1-point win. They fail to cover as a 3.5-point favorite. And then next week, they're at the LA Rams, a huge divisional game. Also, San Francisco the week after that. Back-to-back big divisional games. So this is what we call a sandwich spot. But the public doesn't care. They don't look at sandwich spots. They look right through them. And Arizona is the most public play, not only this week, but probably the most public side I've seen all season. Heavy on the Arizona Cardinals. Line open. The look-ahead line, by the way, is going to be 6.5. Briefly opened 7 this weekend on Sunday. And now it's 7.5, and I'm seeing 8s out there. Once again, I don't think you're going to see 7 or less. This is a heavy public side, and as normally is the case, the line goes higher by Sunday. Currently some 7.5s. We're starting to see some 8s. You know, Arizona does qualify as a decent teaser play down to -2.5 or less. But once again, this line is inflated. And Jacksonville, although they've been awful this year, they are catching Arizona in a potential flat spot sandwich between that big win against Minnesota and the look ahead the Rams next week. Once again, the most public week 3 side is the Arizona Cardinals at 1 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. 3 other games are very public as well. I'd rate all these as kind of equal public sides. We're going to go down in schedule order. In fact, you don't have to look far. Arizona's at the top of the schedule. The next 2 games on the schedule, the next 2 most public games for the 1 o'clock Eastern kickoffs. Got to look at Tennessee Titans. Tennessee getting a lot of love this week, and it's surprising because, as I mentioned just a moment ago, they got blown out in Week 1 against the Arizona Cardinals, and nobody really wanted anything to do with them last week. So they go into Seattle. What do? They win outright as a 6-point road dog. So they lose as a home favorite, win outright as a road dog. Now they're back home as a favorite once again. And the public has been going against the Colts this year. In fact, the 4th most public play in Week 1, and one that just missed the video here, and I gave you a bonus, was Seattle. They covered against Indianapolis. And then last week, as I mentioned right here on the video, one of the most public plays of the week was the LA Rams at Indianapolis. The Colts covered that game, though, by 0.5 point. 3.5 to 4-point dog. They lost by only 3. So they're 0-2 straight up, but they are 1-1 now against the spread. Public has faded them in both weeks. So I don't think this is necessarily a play on Tennessee. I think it's more of a fade of the Colts. The public's wanted nothing to do with them so far this season. And there's a lot of uncertainty here. Carson Wentz looks like he's going to be a game-time decision at quarterback with the ankle injury. He has been roughed up this year, sacked 6 times. He's been hit an additional 21 times already in less than 2 games this season. If the Colts cannot go with Wentz, it's going to be a game-time decision. And Frank Reich, head coach Frank Reich, has not really indicated who the backup would be, who the starter would be if they go to a backup. Jacob Eason or Brett Hundley are the 2 likely suspects. So once again, a lot of uncertainty with the Colts quarterback situation, and that's another reason why the public is fading them this week. So once again, Tennessee Titans currently -5.5, a very public side as well at 1 o'clock Eastern. Another game at 1 o'clock Eastern, the very next game on the rotation order here is the Baltimore Ravens, and another game in which we have quarterback uncertainty, and this time it's Lamar Jackson. The Friday injury report comes out, and Baltimore's got a lot of guys, some 4 players in COVID protocol. Lamar Jackson's listed as questionable with an illness. Don't know much about it as we head into the week, and we will find out more, but keep a close eye on this information. Tough game to handicap without knowing the status of Lamar Jackson, obviously, but the public is heavy on Baltimore. Baltimore's at Detroit. Obviously, the public does not like this Detroit Lions team, off to an 0-2 start. If you look back in week 1, the most public play that week, of course, was the 49ers, and Detroit got the backdoor cover at the very end. So once again, the public is fading Detroit, and they just saw the Ravens come from behind to win that big Sunday nighter against Kansas City. Definitely another flat spot sandwich game, though. Baltimore is just coming off that come-from-behind win against Kansas City. They had the Monday nighter against Las Vegas in overtime before that, and they have a look ahead at Denver next week. So, dangerous spot for Baltimore, definite letdown spot, and the uncertainty of Lamar Jackson. Yet the public is not afraid. They're back in the Ravens this week. By the way, the look-ahead line was 7.5. That was the opening line, and it's currently 7.5 to 8. Obviously, that will move depending on Jackson's status come Sunday morning. Once again, the 3 1 o'clock Eastern games. Arizona, the most public side of the week. Also Tennessee and Baltimore as well at 1 o'clock Eastern. One additional public side I want to get to, that's on the 4 o'clock Eastern starts on Sunday. Quick reminder, though, if you want to get a full week of my all sports bets, that's every college football, NFL pro football, and Major League Baseball for the next 7 days and nights. Whether you sign up Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, you get a full 7 days and nights when you want to start. It's just $79. It's normally $119. You're getting a $40 discount instantly with promo code Merril79, 2 R's, 1 L, Merril 79. Merril 79 gets you a full 7 days and nights, baseball and football, for just $79. I gave you that offer last weekend. I know many of you took advantage of it last Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I went 7-2, 78% with my college and pro football best bets at WagerTalk.com. Let's do it again this weekend. I want you to be on board. I'm making the promo available one more time. Merril 79, 7 days and nights of all sports for just $79. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. Use the shortcut code to get there quicker, WT.buzz/SM. Once again, I gave you 3 1 o'clock Eastern kickoffs that are very public. Let's look at the most public late afternoon game at 4 o'clock Eastern, and that's the Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders at home against the Miami Dolphins. Miami, another team with uncertainty at quarterback. Tua has been banged up all season, and the look-ahead line has really changed from the opening line. A couple weeks ago, the Raiders were only going to be a 1-point favorite in this game, even a pick 'em to 1-point favorite. When the line actually opened this past Sunday, they were installed as a 4-point favorite, and that's where it stands now. It's currently 3.5 to 4 in most locations. So once again, this line's about a field goal higher than it would have been just a week or so ago, as the Dolphins really struggled last week with Buffalo. In fact, my top side best bet last Sunday for my clients at WagerTalk.com, same game I was using as well, of course, was the Buffalo Bills, and they blew out Miami 35-0. The public does not like to back teams that got embarrassed. The Raiders, meanwhile, off to a surprising 2-0 straight-up start as they won both games outright as underdogs. So here we have a situation. I call this a role reversal. Teams off back-to-back straight-up dog wins, and now they're favored. This is another potential letdown. So, it's interesting this week. Most of the games I've talked about here, the public is heavy on a side that is not in a good scheduling spot and a potential flat spot. So we will see how it plays out. But once again, the Las Vegas Raiders minus the 3.5 to 4, the most public late afternoon game on Sunday, kicks off at 4:05 Eastern. Once again, the 4 most public plays this week in the NFL, by far the most public play this week, probably the most I've seen in the first 3 weeks, is the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona currently minus 7.5 to 8. That goes at 1 Eastern. Next 2 games, we've got uncertainty at quarterbacks for play on and play against teams. 1 o'clock Eastern, Tennessee minus 5.5, Tennessee Titans, very public. And also the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson questionable, minus the 7.5 to minus 8. And then once again on the late afternoon card at 4 p.m. Eastern, Las Vegas Raiders minus the 3.5 to minus 4, the most public late afternoon side. Hey, look, we'll see how these games play out. So far, the 7 sides I've given you the first 2 weeks against the closing line. Fading the public has gone 4-3, so it's up a little bit. That's about 57%. Of course, last year I started this video in late November, and we went 31-7 through the Super Bowl, fading the most public sides and totals each week. And as I said at the beginning of the season, I do think fading the public works better as we get deeper into the season. So we're doing a little trial run here in September this year. So far, 4-3, fading the most public sides the first 2 weeks. I just gave you 4 more. We will see how they fare this week. Hey, the public's not always wrong, but keep in mind you're giving up line value with these games. And as you've seen, they've all moved higher off the look-ahead lines already, and they'll probably be even higher by kickoff. Although we do have some quarterback injuries in a lot of these games, which could obviously dictate where these lines close on Sunday. But all things equal, the 4 sides I gave you are getting heavy one-way action. Those lines more likely are going to continue to rise by kickoff on Sunday. Hey, if you want my official best bets, once again, for Saturday college football, for Sunday pro football, Major League Baseball each and every day, don't forget, last Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, 7-2, 78% on my football best bets. Baseball totals have been ranked number 1 all year since April at WagerTalk.com. Get a full 7 days and nights, college and pro football and baseball as well, for just $79 right now with promo code Merril79, Merril 79, 2 R's, 1 L. Merril 79 gets it done for the next 7 days and nights. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. Shortcut code WT.buzz/SM. Hey, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Steve Merril. Once again, 2 R's, 1 L, at Steve Merril on Twitter. And don't forget to like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you found the information useful. If you're tuning in on Saturday, be sure to check out my college football top 25 video, which is still on WagerTalk TV on this channel as well. And tune in each and every day for great content and videos. So make sure you're subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. It helps us bring you more content each and every day and keep it free right here on this channel. And last but not least, leave me a comment below. I love my comments. I read each and every one of them. I love to interact with what I think are the sharpest sports betting viewers on the internet right here on WagerTalk TV. So subscribe, give it a thumbs up, like, and most importantly, leave me a comment below. Let me know who you like this Sunday in the NFL and which public sides you agree or disagree with that I mentioned here in this video. Subscribe, like, comment below, and be sure to check back each and every day right here on WagerTalk TV. Best of luck this Sunday. I'll talk to you again soon.